Welcome to this week's version of the Weazel podcast, and at that rate, the very first. This episode is sponsored by Harold Digby's Photography. He's a totally serious photographer. He does weddings, pornos, what else?
Houses, cars, businesses.
And anything you could point a freaking camera at.
Mm-hmm.
Even, never mind. We can't say that on air. We're gonna get defunded.
Defunded, of course.
Yeah, defunded. You know, like a refund? It's like that. Except you can't. Regardless, in recent news, buddy, you heard there was a huge riot that got a couple people deported over our new speeding cameras.
I have heard. Yep.
What do you think about that?
Well, I don't know. Okay, speed cameras, you know, they help people not get run over, right? You know, it gives people an incentive not to go flying past the bank, flying past the PD.
Does it? I know people who have over $50,000 in fines. I don't think it's really turning anyone away.
Okay, but once that adds up to maybe $500,000, they're thinking, shit, you know, maybe I should slow down.
That's the limit. Oh shit, just hit $500,000. I might need to rethink my life choices.
maybe I should slow down. Yeah, maybe that's what people are thinking.
I feel
or it could cause another riot, you know.
I think the riot was completely justified. The fines are too high for one, and for two, there's not how would you say it? Do you get an arrest warrant for it? I think you do. If you don't pay it for X amount of time, you do get an arrest warrant. But that wouldn't deter anyone.
Okay, you get one email, one message to your phone, and then what happens if you forget? You're like, oh, maybe you leave your phone in, or your phone breaks or something. You forget.
Yeah, what if you just don't have internet? You have a driver's license in a car.
Next thing you know, you got the Rozzers, fucking got the police knocking on your door saying, "Oi, go to jail. You haven't paid your fine." You know,
you're some national terrorist for speeding past the bank.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. Absolutely. I think if we're gonna do that, everything needs to be automated at that point. Like, just make RoboCops a thing, because if the cops can't do their jobs to the point that we need cameras to go give out automatic fines, there's something wrong with the city. And as someone, my career here at Weazel actually started by hating on the LSPD. With all due respect, you know, you guys could do better. You always can. But I wouldn't say you're at a new low.
Well, at the same time, they do a pretty good job of keeping.
Yeah, I'll say that they've gotten better, 100%. We need more patrols, though. I still advocate for that. However, it's not what it used to be. There used to be no cops in the city at all. Oh man, there were some rude ones back when. But you know what? That's all ironed itself out. Another thing, do paramedics exist?
Oh, yeah. I mean, let's go on to that. So. There's been countless times I've seen people dying on the side of the road, and then
you get 4 people calling 911.
Yeah, you get up to you know, a dozen people calling up them, and no one arrives. What is that?
That's called neglecting your citizens. Fortunately, the city has so gracefully allowed us to bring ourselves to the hospitals now to get surgeons to look at us. And we don't have to rely so much on a paramedic coming to our aid anymore. But it used to be
fantastic.
up until about a month ago. It used to be a very big issue where the paramedics were your only chance at living, and you know, if they didn't show up, oh well.
Yeah, I believe the reasons why you could get you could get prosecuted for actually, you know, touching someone who's hurt or someone, then physically taking them to the medical center or whatever. You'd get in trouble for that shit.
Yeah, exactly. For whatever reason, they considered it assault to render aid. Yeah, and then you just couldn't. Call 911 or they die, and the paramedics they never show up. That's it.
Strange, isn't it? I'm glad that, you know, glad it's changed now. It's good.
Yeah, it was like Los Santos was like China for a while. It was terrifying. You know, China. If you get hit by a car,
let's not get into that. Right?
Oh, we're gonna leave.
Los Santos, all right?
Let's talk about Los Santos. Okay. Well, okay. What about Los Santos? Criminals now have to be formally recognized by our federal government in order to be good criminals, as if there were such a thing.
Right. Okay. But there's getting on the watch list is always good. Gives police some more information about them, I suppose, right?
Yeah, it gives the criminals what they want, right? Infamy.
Oh, true. That's another point. Yeah.
You know, I guess so. Maybe there's something to that.
Mm.
Okay, and then the gun licenses. We were like, Their Second Amendment rights are being infringed on at this point. You used to be able to go to your local DMV or convenience store. Sorry, PD, my bad. But it's an expression. You got a PD, you pay the money to have your license, and they just hand you one like fucking candy as long as you're not a felon. But now you have to go through this lengthy process.
Yeah, these poor people that have just, maybe they've committed a crime, they were low on money, they were forced into a place, and they end up getting caught for a felony. And now
Harold, do you have any comment on that?
Well, yeah, as I was saying, maybe someone used to, maybe someone used to be involved in some business they shouldn't have. And he was desperate for money, eager for money. Actually, they needed to live to buy food, and they got caught up in some business they shouldn't have, served the time, realised they're not going to go down that path again. Sign up, maybe get a government job, maybe get redeem themselves. However, that path still struck. They're still struck by it, and they can't protect themselves.
This person. They still can't buy a gun. See, I think that's absolutely appalling. And personally, I advocate for illegal carry at this point. I'll say that openly. Now, I don't recommend you shoot anyone for no reason. But if you had a prior license, and for whatever reason you're being denied a new one, you just gave your money to the government with no repercussion at all. And personally, I don't think that's right, especially since Los Santos has had their Second Amendment right for the longest time, uninfringed on it and out of nowhere.
At least refunds, right? At least refunds.
No, at least, okay, you know what? I'll say that. Give me my money back. If I get my money back, hey, you know what? I'll go through your application process because that'll make my previous license void. But until then, I spent the money on the gun. I spent the money on the license, And we're just talking hypothetically. If someone else did this, of course, I would never carry a gun illegally. Never, ever.
There are logistics involved in refunding all that money to all the citizens, but,
Whoa, buddy, wait a minute.
Right?
Your mic's messing up. Check the cable.
Okay, I'm having some technical difficulty. One sec.
Yeah, we're having technical difficulties. One moment.
Yeah,
Cue the elevator music. What was I saying? Oh yeah, no, refunds are cool. Whatever. I would never break the law and carry illegally.
That would be ideal. Make everyone happy, I think. I mean, okay, so what happens if someone just bought their license the day before they introduced the new laws, right? What's happened with that? Someone's just spent, what is it, $10,000, $15,000? I think it's $10,000, right? Yeah, for nothing. They've just spent $10,000 of their hard-earned money. Maybe they're
I got my license a long time ago.
Yeah, and now what's that $10,000?
I'll say this: if you have to apply for a license now, why can't we buy shotguns or like long rifles? You know what I mean?
I think there needs to be, a nail down on the crime rate before we can, introduce that sort of.
Yeah, but even then, guns have serial numbers.
True. Yeah,
so,
that's a good point.
And you can't scratch them off. You can't remove them. They're titanium. So,
introducing more guns, is that really a resolution?
No, but handguns statistically are the most deadly of guns. So if you're having a shotgun or a rifle, it'd be less deadly on average. And honestly, I'd feel more safe having one.
What type of rifle are you talking about?
Like, obviously not a fully automatic M4. That's ridiculous. You don't need an automatic weapon. I'm talking like a long gun AR-15. It's semi-automatic, 15 rounds. That's it.
I mean, that's a good sport, trying to hit a target at distance. That's hard.
It's exactly. Or what if I want to go hunt squirrels up in the fucking mountain? Can't do that with a handgun. Oh, look, the little squirrel just got disintegrated by my 50 caliber pistol.
Yeah. It's not, you can't, it's not sportsmanship, shooting an animal with a pistol. It doesn't seem right,
disintegrating it.
Yeah.
With the hand cannons you can buy. But no, you can't have a tiny bullet rifle. Same velocity. Well, actually, wrong. Higher velocity, technically, regardless. What else? What else has been going on in the city? We talked crime. We've talked speed cameras, which no one agrees with. We've talked guns. We've talked about your amazing photography business that's totally not a front for other dirty things, in my opinion.
What? No, okay. Hold on a second right there. I've example of work I've done in the past. Actually, been paid for this work as well. What are you talking about?
You keep plugging yourself.
We've got Tom Daniel's Finest Whiskey. I believe he made a lot of money off that. We got Dingo's Dogs. You know, someone that used to sell hot dogs at the beach.
Wait, Tom Daniels hired you?
Tom Daniels had a whiskey business.
Well, see, that's interesting because I like Tom Daniels and I don't like you. Just kidding. Please don't hurt me.
This is a podcast that's going to have multiple episodes. If this is going to be a problem, right? You know, maybe
it's not going to be. No. See, that's the beauty of it. It's going to be a problem, and that's why we get the ratings. Weazel News confirming your biases and giving you drama. That's just how it be.
Maybe future episodes we can talk about drama in between the city. Who's fighting? Actually, no, we're going to find that out. We're going to find out what gangs are fighting who. You know, that's good.
And we're going to get them on. We're going to try to get them to come talk to us anonymously.
We're going to try and get a guest on, and we're going to pay that guest, of course. So what are we going to pay them? What do we think?
Well, I'm thinking if you think you're interesting or if you're the boss of a gang of some sort, we'll pay you $25K to come on the show. I'll pay it out of my pocket. Yeah, I'll pay it out of my pocket, or we'll have somebody else help me out with it.
Okay, well, if it's out of your pocket, then I suppose that's fine.
Yeah, and on that note, we're gonna wrap this episode up. I'm glad to see you guys next week. Me and Harold are still gonna be here, arguing just the same, talking about unimportant things that you may care about, like racking up those speed fines. And I guess that's it. Harold, do you have anything to add to that?
Contact my number on 448-1776 about all your photography and videography. Videography needs.
What was your number one more time?
448-1776.
448-1776 for those of you who can't understand his accent.
Wow, okay. All right.
See you later, Los Santos.
See you guys later.